Hello everyone and welcome to another video on this old Packard Bell Desktop PC. As you may already know from my previous videos, I've got this old PC restored to a working state by cleaning it up, putting in a new SSD and reinstalling Windows XP. And lately I found a Packard Bell mouse and speaker system, which I think go quite well with this setup here. But I still have plenty of stuff to do with this computer, so today I'll be upgrading the RAM to 1GB, which is the maximum amount supported by the motherboard according to its manual. Naturally, I ran into some challenges during this process, but I hope you enjoy the video anyways. This Packard Bell PC currently has 256MB of RAM installed as shown in Task Manager, which is what it came with from the factory as far as I'm aware. The motherboard in this PC uses NVIDIA integrated graphics, which requires 32MB of RAM for video memory, so that leaves 224MB of RAM available for Windows. This is not a bad amount for Windows XP. However, it has proven to be a bit of a concern, as I've noticed the RAM fill up almost completely when playing games or installing updates. When the RAM is nearly full, it can cause Windows to resort to using the page file, which can slow the system down and may even cause the local drive to wear out over time. This, among other reasons, is why I wanted to upgrade the RAM in this PC to 1GB. Thankfully, finding RAM for this PC turned out to be easy, thanks to this eBay listing from the seller Offtech. The listing is for 512MB of DDR PC2700 desktop RAM and is specifically labelled for this PC model, the iConnect 4048. I bought two 512MB modules for just over £20, and here they are. They arrived exactly as described. Great. Time to turn the PC off, get it unplugged, remove the side panel, and remove the existing RAM. This was a bit tricky because of the cables in the way, but after a minute I was able to carefully unclip and remove both 128MB RAM modules that were installed in the motherboard. And here is one of the new 512MB modules. I took it out of the packaging and slowly aligned it with the RAM slot, and then I made sure to apply equal pressure to both sides of the module until both the clips shut in place. Once this was done, I repeated the process for the second 512MB module. And that was it. The PC now had 1GB of RAM installed. The question is, will it work? Time to find out. I plugged the PC back in and pressed the power button. Thankfully it powered on without any beeps or errors. I entered the BIOS menu, and it recognised 1GB of RAM was installed. Excellent. I exited the BIOS and let the PC boot into Windows. So far so good, no noticeable problems, and Windows was also recognising 1GB of RAM. Well, 992MB of RAM because of course the integrated GPU allocates 32MB of RAM for video memory, as mentioned earlier. I put the PC back upright and booted it up again. I thought this would be a good time to test some games and see how they ran, ensuring there were no glitches or weird behaviour. Of course, I had to try Robot Wars Extreme Destruction. I inserted the disc and then started the game up. I was doubtful the frame rate would be improved at all, as the main bottleneck is the underpowered GPU, but I was hopeful the RAM would not be at risk of filling up completely like before. Yeah, the performance is not going to be improved by much at all. It's pretty much the same. Again, I mainly just want to upgrade the RAM because of, well, various reasons actually. The main reason is just to prevent Windows from potentially running out of RAM during like whatever, like if I'm browsing the web or if I'm, well, playing this, I guess. Because otherwise it's going to be writing to the paging file, which will, like, it would wear down the remaining life of the SSD a lot faster if I have less RAM. Yeah, the average Robot Wars Extreme Destruction experience. I'll just record this one battle and I'll just keep playing for a bit longer. Maybe I'll play some other games too. Oh. What happened? Oh, okay, it's back. I thought the game just froze. That was weird. You know what, I'm just going to try and lure someone towards the pit in the last 4 seconds of this battle. This is not really going to happen, is it? Oh, forget it. Nearly made it into the pit. And I won, somehow. Okay, not complaining, I guess. I don't think anyone did anything those whole 3 minutes apart from aimlessly driving to the wall, and I had to hold enter just then for it to even register. Oh. I just saw a glitch. Let me just alt-tab into the task manager a sec. Okay, so still 708 megabytes of RAM left, so that's good. But that glitch just then was slightly concerning. It could just be a one-time thing. I mean, again, before I even replace the RAM, there's just... oh... Okay. That's not good, is it? I've been testing for 10 minutes, and I'm already having problems. Oh, bloody hell, that was close. Oh wait, someone's on the pit, aren't they? No. A refbot. Please drive in the pit, it'll make everything... What's Razor doing? Okay. What are you doing, you nutter? Just go out the arena. Oh, okay, that was close. Am I actually wedged here? Am I seriously... No, I'm not getting flipped out by a tiny flipper. Oh my god. I know, I'm holding 2 keys down at once, stop scolding me. Have I just been... Yep. Right, let's see what the menu looks like now. Are those glitches going to persist with the textures? No, they're fine now. That was a bit weird before. Right, I'm just going to close the game. Right, and there you can see the RAM instantly getting freed up, or at least a bit. Let's try Airzonics. I played this actually yesterday with the original RAM. I played this for over an hour yesterday and it worked completely fine. So if we have glitches here, then I know that the issue is the RAM. Okay. I'll just do... I guess I'll do modern like I was doing yesterday. Like I got through all of modern. So... let's see what happens here. Airzonics is one of those games that's just... oh crap. It's just one of those games where, like, it seems really obscure, like nobody else seems to know about it. I've never heard anyone talk about it. Oh. Someone's phoning me. Ah, that was it. It was literally right at the tail end of the level. So when someone happens to phone me. I'll record a couple more levels. If it seems all good, then I'll just stop. Why is it playing the title music here? That never happens. If I keep having problems, then yeah, I'm just gonna have to like maybe take the RAM out, put it back in. That's something to start with. There's another problem. I don't know if it's gonna happen again while filming, but the screen's flickered a few times. Yep, there it is again. Wow, bloody, oh dear. That's bad. Right, let's just exit. Yeah, it's clearly the RAM, there's something up with it. I'm gonna have to run like a... I think I'm just gonna run a diagnostic test. I have just remembered this is in the BIOS. I can turn off Quick Boot and then it says allows the system to skip certain tests. So if I turn it off... Can I make it so it just doesn't show the full screen logo then? Yeah, maybe I could do that. Let's save and exit. So should it just... Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. And now it's testing the RAM. Well, I'll just let it do that. It's going to take, well, another 30 seconds or so because it's 1 GB of RAM. Well, this is boring. Oh wait. Ah, well, it's done. It's done. So, I guess, I mean, the BIOS is saying the RAM's okay. It did 3 tests in a row. I'm just going to quickly look up and see if you can get Windows Memory Diagnostic working on XP. That's worth a check, I think. Well, I mean, it's been running the Windows Pipe screensaver for a bit. I mean, it seems to be running that okay, but in the meantime, while it's been doing that, I've downloaded Memtest 86 to get the image for creating bootable CD, because I'm pretty sure that computer can't boot from a USB, so... Yeah, I've downloaded that and, well, just got to put it to one of my many Sony CDs. But once that's done, I'll be able to basically insert the CD into the computer and then I should be able to boot off it and then it'll let me test the RAM. So, see what happens there. Right, well, let's get it into the PC. And then I'll just reboot this. Windows doesn't need to be reading it right now, so I think it's F8 for boot up options. Alright, so now it's CD-ROM. Okay. And there it goes. So yeah, I'm just going to let this run for however long it needs to run. If there's any errors, then I honestly won't be too surprised. But if there isn't, then there's obviously something else going on that's causing these minor glitches. Like, it's all been minor so far, but obviously it's glitches that weren't appearing before, so it's like better to just test and see. And I'll come back when something happens. It just finished the first pass, and apparently there's no errors. It has been running for nearly half an hour. I'm just going to let it run for another hour or so. And yeah, if there's still no errors, then I guess the RAM's fine, despite those new glitches that are happening. I'll just leave it for now, see what happens later. Well, it's just done a second pass, and there's still no errors, so the RAM must be okay. It's been going for nearly 2 hours. I don't know why the second pass took a bit longer, but yeah, let's just exit, and then it should just reboot. Oh wait, something I should do. Go to the BIOS. Re-enable quick boot. Okay. Yeah, just so it doesn't have to do like memory tests for minutes. Oh. Ah, okay, I forgot to put the logo back on. That's fine, whatever. Yeah, the RAM, it must be okay if it's done nearly 2 hours of thorough tests and it's come back with absolutely no errors. So, what's causing those glitches? I mean, the only other thing I can do is just test it again, I guess, and just keep doing stuff on it, see if any more glitches appear. Yep, straight away. I've literally just opened the game, and what was this? What is this on the side? Like, what? Ah. Yeah, are you sure there's nothing wrong with this RAM? Oh wait, hang on. NV4DISP.dll. That suggests a display driver issue. I wonder if the graphics driver needs reinstalling. Right, let's press the power button, then that restarts. Okay. Oh dear me. The system has recovered from a serious error. Yeah. I could try running the game again, but I think what I'm going to do is, I mean, it said NV4 DISP, which, I mean, that's most likely the graphics drivers, just by the sounds of it. Yeah, there it is, right there. Let's try uninstalling it. Wait, hang on, thinking about it. This might sound ridiculous, but maybe the motherboard, like, because it's supposed to support 1 GB, but maybe it's having issues, maybe the graphics, the integrated graphics might be having issues with more than, like, a certain amount of RAM. Maybe it only supports up to 512. I don't know. I could try taking out one of the sticks, but I'll just try this first because this will be easier, I think. Just I'll go and get my network adapter from my computer. The TP-Link AC600, whatever. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll go on Legacy Update and see if there's like an updated driver. This could end up being a long video. I was thinking before I even installed the RAM, like, there's bound to be other issues cropping up. Like, it's not just going to be a simple, oh yes, I've installed the RAM and it's working. Like, of course it's not going to be as simple as that, is it? It just isn't. I'm just going to uninstall the graphics drivers. Try reinstalling them, maybe. Yes. Yes. Okay, speakers are very quiet. So yeah, when it boots up, it'll be using like the basic Microsoft display driver and whatever. Alright. So, oh, did it just reinstall the driver straight away? Yeah, now it's that's the exact same one it was at before. Just see if it finds anything. Could not find a better match. Okay. I'm not even going to try running a game with the default display driver because that's just not going to work. If I go into DXDiag, what's going to happen? Apparently it's at 1 Hz, yeah. VGA.dll, yeah, that's the default driver. Right, I'm just going to restart again. And then hopefully, maybe this will fix what just happened. Like, because again, there were graphical glitches, and then the computer blue screen because of NV4 DISP.dll, and that is, well, the NVIDIA display drivers. So, maybe reinstalling them has helped, but I don't know. If this does not help, then my next thing to do is to try taking out one of the sticks of RAM, so it's 512 megabytes as opposed to 1 gigabyte. Okay. Why is it 60 Hertz? Okay. Alright. There. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's try running the game again, see what happens. The computer blue screens again with the same issue, then, well, I'll do head to head. I'm seeing some weird like lines flickering on the screen as well. Not sure if you're seeing that. Yeah, there's something weird going on. Yeah, I think I saw a couple of like minor glitches on the screen for like a split second earlier. Seems fine now, but like it's probably not gonna last. No. Oh my god, the fire lags the game so much. Why? Okay, Killor, can you slowly but surely push them into the train, maybe? Oh, there's not enough time, actually. I've probably lost this, because I've got way more damage. Yep, I lost. What a surprise. 3 damage, and then 100 damage for suicidal 10. Right, no more of that. Oh, hang on, let's just... How is this going to look? Loads of lines just then. Will it do it again? Oh, that's just disappeared. Oh, wow, okay. This is on the verge of... yeah. Done it again. Maybe it's the... It could be the integrated graphics of this PC. Maybe it doesn't like having 1 gigabyte of RAM. Or maybe it's this specific RAM, because, I mean, one difference with this RAM over the old one, if I just get the old one real quick. Yeah, the old RAM is PC 2100, 266 megahertz DDR. This is 333 megahertz PC 2700 RAM. But again, the listing said it would work with this model, so... And again, looking online, for this motherboard, the maximum supported RAM is 1 gigabyte. So Windows overall seems just fine, to be fair. When I'm using Windows, but when I run games, like again, Air Zonix was having some minor like screen flickering, but then Robot Wars Extreme Destruction is having actual like polygons like glitching and stuff like that. Should I try Race Driver? I haven't tried that yet. Alright, well let's see how this works. What's going to happen here? I'm not sure if I've ever shown Race Driver on this channel before, but well, that's changing now. Oh. Did the game just crash? Is it still running in the background at all? No, it doesn't seem to be. The game literally just crashed. I think I should take out one of the 512 megabyte sticks. Because again, clearly, this PC does not seem to like having 1 gigabyte of RAM. Just skip all this. Oh. Again, did you see that FMV? One more time. What is happening, man? Okay. Skip. 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. No. The game won't even run. It just crashes as soon as it gets to like, well, anything graphical. I think, I'm gonna guess the integrated GPU on this motherboard just does not like 1 gigabyte of RAM, or maybe just this specific RAM. Maybe I'll have to put the original RAM back in. Before doing anything else with regards to troubleshooting the RAM, I decided to install the SSD into this hard drive rack, which happened to arrive through the letterbox as I was recording this part of the video. I bought this because I decided I was not comfortable with the SSD lying on its side unsecured in the case. It cost about £10 from Amazon, and it seemed like it would be quite easy to install. But yeah, the idea is, the SSD will just go on top of this, screwed in through the bottom, and then this will slide in here. Yeah. Basically, it's just gonna go on there like that, and then I'll just have to screw these screws in, and then the adapter should be able to just plug right into that, and then obviously it should be able to go in here like that. Yeah. Hopefully shouldn't be too bad. Might be a lot of like cable mess to sort as well. Well, the SSD is in now in the cradle thing. However, it's not the most effective because yeah, the screws that it came with are slightly too long to go like in between the cradle mount and like the SSD, so it ends up just wobbling a bit. But this is still a lot better than having it just rattling around or just like lying on its side inside the case, so I'll just go with it, I guess. And now I've just got to get it in here. I mean, to be fair, it looks like I won't actually need screws because it's in there quite tightly now. I mean, you need quite a lot of force to actually move it. Yeah, it's not screwed in, and yeah, the back of it doesn't even reach this screw hole anyway, and this is the furthest it'll go in. For whatever reason, getting the bloody SSD and adapter plugged in, that took absolutely ages. Like, I spent over an hour like fiddling with the cables, and also obviously like adjusting stuff. I did have to get the floppy disk screwed out at one point, and I unplugged the data cable, and now yeah, I finally managed to get, because these bloody IDE cables are so thick, and it was almost straining the adapter, but it's sorted now. I'll just get this cover back on as well. It's easier with two hands really, but there we go. It goes on something like that. I don't bloody know. But yeah, now the SSD's in there finally. One of the 512 megabyte sticks I took out, so it's here. That's 512 megabytes. And one of the stickers there. The floppy drive's still unplugged, but I don't care. Like, I don't have any working floppy disks or anything. I'm never going to use the floppy disk drive in here, really. So, but for now, I'm just going to plug in the PC, make sure it works. Let's see if taking out that one RAM stick has helped anything. I'm gonna guess it might not actually help. Let's see what happens. Okay. Right, well now, of course, the RAM, obviously now there's 512 megabytes. So what I'm going to do now is just boot into XP and just see if it's fixed any issues with games. Again, my theory is that it's not going to make a difference. Could just be the integrated graphics being incompatible with the RAM, but I could be wrong. So if I go into Task Manager, yeah, 512 megabytes of RAM. Right, I'm going to try Race Driver again, because that was just crashing as soon as I got to the menu. There's the disk, I'll just put it in. I'm going to guess it's going to do the same thing, but I could be wrong. Maybe the integrated graphics do support 512 megabytes max, or they don't support PC 2700 at all and then just crap out. What's it going to do? Just crashed immediately. Oh dear. No. Just isn't working. No. Oh dear. The RAM is obviously... again, I don't think the RAM's faulty, but it's just... Because again, like, I did the memory test and it worked fine both times, so... yeah, the integrated graphics obviously just don't support this kind of RAM, I guess. Which is a massive bummer. You have to send it back. I'll get the original RAM back in. If the glitches still happen, then that means something bad's happened somewhere. Right, well, you can just about see the old RAM is back in. The replacement RAM's there. Let's turn this lamp off. And yeah, I'll just plug it in, see if everything's all good. So yeah, now it's got the original 256 megabytes of RAM back in, of course, as I just said. Yeah. Didn't mean to savage the day month. What does that mean? Not saving. That's a weird mistake I've noticed in the BIOS, but okay. Let's just see. So Task Manager. Yeah, so we're back to, well, before we upgraded, but Any glitches? Please insert the correct CD-ROM. What do you mean? Oh yeah, rewards extreme instruction. See what happens. Let's just see if I can do a full battle, and then afterwards I'll try Toka Race Driver as well. Are you serious? Yeah, great driving. Oh, okay, fair play, they actually made it round the pit somehow. That's cheating. They should not have been able to do that. Get in the pit. Don't you dare grab onto me. Come on, yes. Can't escape that. Oh, Revolutionist, yes. Because the American birthday cake. Come on, get... Oh. Well, that works. Yeah, stay upside down forever. Yeah, no, Refbot, plus, why? Bugger off. What the hell's Killalot doing to that poor robot? What? Okay, so Revolutionist got counted out, and then Sir Killalot, he teleported like above the wall, and then that was the end of the battle. Okay. Well, I haven't seen any glitches yet. Usually they'd start popping up on the menu, but yeah. I think it was just the RAM, like, and the GPU not agreeing with each other and causing some bizarre issues. Right, I'm gonna just get in the Toka Race Driver disc. And if that game works, fine, because I mean I couldn't even get to the bloody menu before. Yes. Yeah, but now the video is playing, well, choppy, but that's actually how it's supposed to play on this PC anyway. Not like lines and glitches everywhere like before, like with that upgraded RAM. Yeah. Yay, this is the furthest I've got with this game today. Let's use the egg sport. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, game's running totally fine. So yeah, that was the problem. The new RAM isn't faulty, but can you get out of the way of the road? Bloody hell. The new RAM isn't faulty, but the integrated GPU seems to have incompatibilities with the PC 2700 RAM. So yeah, and now oh crap. Inserting the old RAM has fixed that problem. Basically, the new RAM introduced a problem that never even existed to begin with. If I still want to upgrade the RAM in this, which I do, then I'm going to have to try something else, and that's probably just to buy some some PC 2100 RAM instead. And I mean, I'll look online and see if Offtech actually sell that. Hopefully, it's not too expensive. I can obviously find used RAM, but like, there's a much higher chance of that being faulty in itself, so I don't know, probably. I swear I was turning right, it just wasn't turning because I was in the grass. Get off! I don't even care. As I determined, there seems to be an incompatibility between the new 1GB of PC 2700 RAM and the integrated GPU in this computer. The following day I got in contact with the seller Offtech on eBay, who are the company that sold me this RAM. I mentioned the system instability I was encountering when using the PC 2700 modules they sent, while also pointing out that the PC may have been the problem due to an incompatibility. I also mentioned that I ran memory tests on the new RAM with no errors whatsoever. Thankfully the company were very understanding and supportive of the situation, and offered to give either a full refund or have the RAM returned in exchange for PC 2100 modules, to see if they would be more compatible. I thought this was a great idea, as the original RAM in this system was PC 2100 and worked fine without any glitches or instabilities. I got the new PC 2700 RAM sent back, and the following week, a pair of PC 2100 RAM modules arrived in the mail. Perfect. Let's get these installed and see what happens. Would this fix the previous issues I was encountering? Let's find out. So that's the original RAM, and I'm just going to get that out and then replace it with these ones. Right, after more fiddling, yeah, there we go. 512 sticks are in. I don't know if you can make out the label, but yeah, there we go. You can tell it's the new stuff anyway, because it's double-sided. There's the old ones, the 128MB sticks. I'm just going to plug it in, see what happens. What's it saying? It's at 1GB again. But the question is, does anything work properly? Let's restart and see what happens. Right, let's open the game Well, first actually, Task Manager. Yeah, again, 1 GB. DX Diag would show the same thing. Yeah, 992 megabytes, but that's because 32 megabytes is taken up by, well, that. So, right, let's just open the game. I'll also open Task Manager in the background, just because. Right, let's see what happens. Are you serious? The DVD drive is having issues. What? No. What's happening? What's going on? Hang on. Let's try to eject it from Windows. Oh. Oh, now it's opened. Right, cool, I guess. No idea what just happened there. Right, so what's going to happen in the game then? Why can't I... Am I supposed to be able to see the mouse cursor? What the hell? Oh, what's going on? Oh wait, I think I know what's happening. Explorer's open, but it's showing the game over it. Hang on. Look at this. Hang on, Control Delete. Oh, the game's overlapping everything. Right, Alt F4. Jesus. Let's try it again, shall we? Okay, there we go. Now the game's opened without the DVD drive being weird. So what's going to happen in game is what I want to see. Alright. So the game's open so far, but like, I don't know what's going to happen later on. And okay, another thing I should mention actually is, since the whole RAM situation, since I put the original RAM back, I decided to put the game at a lower graphics settings so it runs better. I think the only difference is it's now on like, well, I think it's like 0, 1, 2 and 3, which is basically low. What are you doing? You absolute moron. What I was trying to say was, yeah, I think the visual quality is measured in 0, 1, 2 and 3, which is basically low, medium, high and highest, something like that. And then I put it to, oh, what the hell, Kill-A-Lot? God, I can't speak without getting interrupted. The visual quality before was on 2, but I put it down to 1. And of course shadows are off and it's running at 480p, so yeah. Maybe I'll put it back to 2 just so it's a fair test of how it was before. The Crasher's gone out the arena. Kill-A-Lot, I don't even know. Oh my god, Kill-A-Lot, what are you coming over here for? Come on, Piano. I want Piano to drop on him. Refbot rightfully giving him a yellow card. Oh, Kill-A-Lot, what are you doing? Kill-A-Lot! Oh, I don't even know what to say to that. Oh, Plunderbird, sod off. No! Deator won that. Well, whatever. Right, let's see if the menu is spontaneously combusted then. Alright, well it did that just then, but it's always done that since I've been messing around with this PC, to be fair. I'll put the graphics to 2 instead of 1. I think I'll even restart the game just to be 100% sure. Yeah, so basically, this is what it was at when I was upgrading the RAM, and then after it didn't work, I put the original RAM back in, and then I put the settings to this, I believe. But I'm going to put it back to how it used to be. I'm just going to close and reopen the game real quick, just to reload everything. So far everything's been stable, but that's so far. Like, I've only been testing for 5 minutes. I'm also just going to get this back up. Anyway, right. I'll go into the collateral damage just to change things up a bit. I'll just use Deator. I refuse to use anything that's pre-built. I'd rather just use actual robots. Let's do the New York Arena this time. The game's not going to run very well, but that's because I put the graphics up. Come on, break. There we go. Oh my god. Yeah, this computer really does not like particle effects for some reason, or at least the integrated GPU doesn't like it. It just, whenever there's a big explosion or sparks, the game just, the performance just tanks awfully. Oh, Chaos 2. Barrel physics, apparently. Come on, break. Break! Yes, oh my... I lost. Chaos 2 won. I bet it was by like 2 points. 5. He got 5 more points. I haven't seen any glitches. Like by now I would have seen these textures break. I'm going to put in Toka Race Driver now. Let's just get that in there. If the game doesn't explode, then that's a good sign. I mean, that's always a good sign, really. Well, I think I know what the issue was before then. That basically confirms what I was saying. Yeah, the videos are playing fine now. And does the game? Yeah, now the game works. So that's exactly what I thought then. I figured maybe the PC 2700 RAM was like maybe too fast or something and was causing glitches with the integrated GPU, and turns out I may have been correct, because now this PC 2100 RAM, even though I've upgraded it to 1GB, it's still working, so there we go. That was the problem, I think. I'll do a race anyway, and I'll also run a memory test after this as well, but I think the issue has been fixed, which is great. But I mean, I can't be certain yet. I need to still run a memory test on this RAM. I'll probably let it go for another like couple of hours. I think the bass is turned up quite high on the speakers, but oh well. Let's see if we can overtake this 406 legendary car, but we're gonna have to overtake. Okay, what are you doing? Well done, nice driving. This has been a while since I've done this well on Brands Hatch. Bugger. How have I managed to flip? I'm just gonna stop. That was the most shambles race ever, but yeah, it looks like the RAM's working, which is awesome. Like, it's working the same as it did before, except now, well, we've got a gigabyte. And that's obviously what I was intending to begin with. So yeah, I'll just turn it off, and then I'll put it back upright, put the side panel on, and then I'll run a RAM test and make sure that the new RAM is completely free of issues. And if there's no errors, then great, I'll keep it, and then, well, that's it, it's upgraded to 1GB then, perfect. Get the case back on. I'm probably completely in the way, but there we go. Now again, I'll turn it back on, then I'll just do, wait, what key is it? F8. There we go. Now I'll eject, put in the unlabeled memory test disk, boot from CD-ROM, and there we go. I'm just going to let that go for the next couple of hours, most likely. And it's done with more than 2 passes, and there's not been any errors. There we go. I can just escape from that now. I'll eject the disk. And that's that. Well, despite some problems, I've finally been able to upgrade the RAM from 256MB to 1GB. I must thank Offtech once again for providing excellent customer support to the trouble I had during this process, and I've left a positive rating on their eBay store as a thank you. And of course, the SSD is now secured and out of the way, which makes things a bit safer when mucking around inside the computer. Now that this PC is up and running with 1GB of RAM, this has opened up a lot of potential experiments and video projects for the future. But until then, thank you for watching. I hope you're interested in seeing future content, and in the meantime, please consider checking out the playlist shown on screen for more content on this 2003 Packard Bell Desktop PC.